dollar index, we start with daily chart. We want to analyze the chart for next week. Okay. If we refer back to our analysis since last a few weeks, we were keep mentioning that based on daily chart, for long term we are looking for the up move. But the question was whether this is the start of the up move, or we can expect the price to come to this level before we get the next move. Okay, that's why we have been looking for this, and we mentioned we are more interested and more likely the price can drop one more before we get the long-term up move, because we have been looking for this and we wanted to put this one in relative to this for this correction. Okay, and as we can see, we have 1 2 3 here as well. Okay, now again, still we are looking for the buy, but we need to see whether this is the start of the buy, I mean the up move or not. And as I see, most likely we are more interested the price can drop. Okay, and since in this case, if we move to lower time frame, and up to now we have been looking for this correction for this move, and now we want to see, as we can see, the price drop, whether we're getting this is the bigger correction, or where the I mean bigger correction for the next move. Okay, or this is where the price can drop. May is better I move to lower time frame, it will be more clear. Okay, we move to forward chart. Okay, based on forward chart, since last week we have been looking for this correction, and when we see this move, then we mentioned that if this is the only correction, then we can expect the price to drop. And even we mentioned that beside that, still we can expect for the bigger correction. That means still the price can drop similar to any of this for the next move up. Okay, and this is what we have been talking, and that means we have two options. And if we compare here, I mean this top to this, only based on the indicators, we see we have a divergence here, and here almost we have it, but we don't need to rely on all these things just as information. No, what we want to know for the next week, whether this is the start of the move, whether this is the one is coming to this low, or we are expecting for the bigger correction, the price can drop, even come test this low before we get the next move up. That means this is the bigger correction for the one move up. Okay, in this case, for me personally, next week I will be more interested in the sell, and we don't have any trade set up right now. Okay, and if I want to look for sell, I will look for the correction here. If the prices start to correct here, then any sell I will take it. Okay, then from there we see with the target of this too low, because as I said, even the price can drop to any of this, then reverse. Okay, but our expect, that's why we have two options. If this is the only correction, I mean we have 1 2 3, this is the where the price can reverse, and the another option is still we can be within the bigger correction. That means we can expect this one to drop similar to any of this for the next move up. It depends how we're looking at this. Whether this is the 1 2 3, then we will have this running flat. That means we will have 1 2 3 as a first move. Then we have this for the running flat for the one move up. Okay, and as I say, for the next week we need to see what we will get here. If the prices we get the correction, we can look for sell. And based on 1 hour chart, we don't have any information yet. The only thing is when the market open, we see what we will get from here. We need to get the proper correction for the next week before we look for the sell. If we get just a small correction of lag, any sell will be short-term sell. Okay, and the possibility the price can reverse from here also we have. Okay, in that case, if we want to trade within this range for the next move, if we see the price is not correcting any sharp reverse with a small flag, you can look for buy. But again, all those buy will be short term buy. Okay, if you want to look for the long term for sell, as we discovered, we need to get the proper correction. Anyway, in this case, we just follow the chart when the market open for the next week. Then if we see any changes, any trade setup, I will share on YouTube. Thanks.